Hello everyone, I'm Jason.
And I'm Ice.
Welcome to Go Pure Lifestyle TV.
Jason, today I wish to eat healthier. Could you maybe cook something for me?
Hey, hello. I'm not a chef, but I know a chef and a farmer in the house today. Let us welcome Janson and Jay.
Hello, Jason. Hello, Jay. Hello, Janson. Hi, Jay. Could you please introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, I'm Janson and that's my partner Jay on the other screens. So we are the founder and we're co-founder of the brand Mushroom Kingdom. So what we do is that we actually have our own farm in Malaysia and we are trying to help people to have a convenience in going towards a healthier lifestyle.
Yeah, we have been in this business since 2016. So primarily we supply to restaurants, and currently we are also helping families to have healthier diets by helping them cook at home.
I see. So how are you guys holding up during this COVID situation?
Well, we know that currently when most people they prefer to dine out, right? Restaurants are now struggling because we can't really dine out. So not all restaurants can offer takeaway. So firstly, we have to scale down production in our farm. Then we have to divert our resources to reach out to families as well as those essential workers who have to go to work. And then they may not have time to do their grocery shopping. So we actually supply to them fresh vegetables and mushrooms so they can cook at home.
What are the benefits of mushrooms?
So in general, mushrooms are known for these antioxidant and anti-cancer properties. But there are these two nutrients that are specially found in mushrooms that is hardly found in any other green leafy vegetables. So they are the nutrients called the agglutinin and the selenium. So these two are a form of antioxidant that actually give a powerful boost to anti-cancer properties and as well as anti-aging properties. So if you are looking to actually to remain your youthful look, you can actually have more mushrooms. So they actually help in anti-aging.
I see. So from my understanding, there are like wild mushroom, there are farm mushroom. Does it mean that wild mushroom is poisonous or something like that?
Not necessarily. Wild mushrooms that are grown in, like European countries when they grow wild mushrooms in the forest, all these things, not man cultivated. There are mushrooms that are safe to eat. It's just a matter of whether the kind of environment they are in is providing the correct kind of nutrients to the mushrooms, as well as the kind of variety the mushroom is. By default, if the variety is a poisonous mushroom, of course we don't eat. But there are some varieties that are already edible. However, when they are grown in an environment whereby if it's a toxic environment, they will absorb anything good or bad together. So even if it's an edible mushroom by nature, if the environment is toxic, it is also not recommended to eat any mushrooms. So like example in Singapore, where the roadside you see mushrooms sprouting out after a rain, which is quite common, you see puffball mushroom, all this thing. It's not recommended to pick and eat because technically the rule of the thumb is if you don't know can or not, don't eat.
True. In comparison with dried and fresh mushrooms, what is the difference?
Okay, I think the dried and fresh mushrooms, the most obvious difference is the taste and the texture. Because even for myself when I was younger, whenever I pass by those dry grocery stores, right, the smell of the dry mushroom, it is very subjective to certain people. So that's why we are also educating children that mushrooms don't smell like that. They only smell like that when it's dry. So most people think that they taste like wood or cardboard and it's very chewy. That's because they are actually dried, and then you add water to actually rehydrate it. And most of the times when we go for convenience food, for example, ban mian stores, right? They don't really have the space. That's why they use dried cut mushrooms for their meals. That's why most people think that is the taste of mushrooms. But if you have ever tasted fresh shiitake mushrooms, right, or even you take portobello and you steam them, you will actually change your mind about how the texture and the taste of mushrooms actually are. So my recommendation is you may want to use dried mushrooms for soups, like those Chinese herbal soups but you use fresh mushrooms for steamboats, etc., and for normal cooking. And actually, there's no significant loss in nutrition between the dried mushrooms and fresh mushrooms. It's usually just the taste and the texture itself.
I see. So, do you guys have any demo to show us without losing the nutrients of mushrooms?
Actually, I've invited my friend. He's a chef, and he wants to show how people like ourselves who are very busy, right? How they can actually cook nutritious meals at home. And what he's going to show us, right, is just relying on one appliance that everyone has. Just using the rice cooker. Okay, so why not I'll let him show you how to do all the dishes, very nice dishes in just the rice cooker itself.
Hello Jay, thank you for inviting. My name is Allan Ho, a chef for 25 years. I have managed restaurants and hotels, kitchens in Southeast Asia and the Middle East. Today we're going to do a one-pot dish using just a rice cooker and vegetables straight from the mushroom kingdom, fresh and crisp, delivered today, this morning. Right. Today's dish, we're going to do a very Indo-Chinese dish called stir-fried vegetables with tamarind sauce. It's a very popular dish in Cambodia and Vietnam, and we're going to adapt it to become a vegetarian dish. Ingredients for today, we have cauliflower, sweet corn from the farm, and mushrooms from Mushroom Kingdom. Additional vegetables will be the chili, sweet basil or Thai basil, whichever you can get from the market, and also 1 piece of garlic. Alright, to begin with, we're going to just cut the vegetables. I'm going to show you how to prepare the vegetables. Right. For the corn, we just peel off the leaves as such. You can leave the starch if you want. It's good fiber. And we're going to cut the corn into 2 cm rings, which is about the 2 finger length. Like this. Leave the corn on the board and just push ahead, right, which is about this thick. We carry on cutting the rest of the corn. This one corn should be enough for a family of 4. Right, clear off the rest, and we go on to the cauliflower from Mushroom Kingdom. For this recipe, we just need 300 grams, which is about probably slightly less than half of this. This should be the amount you need for the dish. I just cut into flowers or florets, we call it. Similar size to the corn. You want what you want is even cooking of the food of your ingredients. You don't want some cook and then some overcook. For flour like this, of such, you can just go half like this. Or you want it smaller, you can go half again. Right, so dependent on how the cauliflower forms. And for the mushrooms, we just go in quarters as such. Right, the origin for this dish is in Cambodia and Vietnam. Mainly for stir frying of seafood dishes like clams or cockles. It has a sweet sourish taste from the tamarind and the palm sugar they use. But today we're going to switch to just brown sugar, which is less sweet than the refined white sugar. The corn has its natural sweetness to balance the sourness of the tamarind. Right, and the cauliflower provides the crunch you get from the clams and cockles fresh. Right, and next we do is the chili. Just cut it into rings. You're not going to so much saute the chili, but you just stir it in last minute to give it some heat and also for color. The garlic, you just need about 1 clove, 1 piece like this. Nothing too fancy. Just put the knife, side on the garlic and give it a hit. The skin will just come off by itself, right? Easy. What you need to do is just slice it. You don't have to chop it. Chopping it too fine will get it brown or burn too fast, right? Slicing it into larger surfaces allows the sweetness and the flavor aroma from the garlic to come out easy. And for the seasoning, we have soy sauce, fish sauce, tamarind, which already I've mixed into hot water, stir and then strain to get the tamarind juice. Oyster sauce, sweet basil or Thai basil from the market, and the most important one, spicy shiitake mushroom sauce from Mushroom Kingdom. Right, it gives the heat it needs for this dish. Right, to begin, we use only a rice cooker for today to do the stir frying. Right, why I use a rice cooker? For the rice cooker, I don't need oil, and it's able to contain the fumes coming out from the usual stir frying. So to begin, I just put in the garlic. Like I said, it's be one pot dish, so everything goes in quite. Most of the ingredients will go in quite together. First is the cauliflower, the base, then the sweet corn follows on top. And what I need now is just only 150 ml of water, which is for 1 cup. That is. Right. Turn on the power, and we start cooking. Right. While we wait for the corn and cauliflower to cook, it takes about 4 minutes. Right, we're going to prepare the rest of the ingredients, like the basil. Oh, you just need to take out the leaves. Right, basil will give it floral aroma. Depending on how much you like. There's no, here I use about 3 grams of the basil leaves, just about this much. Give the rice cooker some time to get warmed up, and I come back again. 4 minutes have passed and the vegetables are cooking well. Right, we're going to start seasoning it. First, the tamarind juice. 1 spoon of this spicy shiitake mushroom sauce. We give it some heat. One spoon of soy sauce, 1 spoon of fish sauce, and 1 spoon of oyster sauce. And not to forget, 2 spoons of brown sugar. Right, the sweetness of the brown sugar is not as intense as the refined white sugar, and not to forget also the sweet corn has its natural sweetness to balance the spiciness and also the sourness of the tamarind. Right, give it a stir. And we cook it for another 4 minutes. Right, the last ingredients to go in will be the mushroom, chili, and basil. Right, mushrooms, you don't have to cook it too much. Actually, for vegetables, if we cook it too much, we lose a lot of the nutrients in the vegetable itself. Right, and mushroom, if you are okay, you can eat it raw. Right, farm mushrooms are safe to eat. Right, and hygienic. It doesn't have sand on it, and mushrooms are also known to be cancer preventing. Right, give it another minute, and we can add in the rest of the ingredients. Right, like you see, with the rice cooker, there's no oiliness to the whole working table. There's no fumes coming out from the wall. You just everything in, turn it on, season it. Let it cook further and then finish off. Right now you can hear the rice cooker singing already. It's happy cooking for you. Right, rice cooker is able to do a dual function of stir frying and steaming at the same time. So it shortens the cooking time of the vegetables and helping you to retain most of the nutrients. Now you can go about doing the rest of your chores or have a drink, come back to it, and you're all set for dinner. Right, now we put in the mushrooms right on top, chili, and give it a stir. When the vegetables come back to a reboil, you just have to off the heat and put in the basil. Right, to get a plate ready. There you go. Put in the basil. Give me a final stir. And there you have it, right? Stir fried sweet corn and cauliflower with tamarind sauce. Thank you. Enjoy. Stay safe.
Do you have any shout out or would you like to share a link with us?
Yes, actually our hot favorite spicy shiitake sauce is back, so no pun intended. Used to be called mala shiitake sauce. So a lot of people confuse it for Sichuan mala, but this sauce is actually, it is called mala, but it's more on Taiwanese mala. So in Singapore context, it's more like xiangla. That's why we rename it to spicy shiitake sauce. So if you're one of the regulars who actually had the mala shiitake sauce previously, it is now called the spicy shiitake sauce also.
And the sauce is good. Yeah, the sauce is good to go with your cui kueh, or you just want to do your gan lao mian, right? It's actually you can eat it directly with it. But if you are not going to be cooking, we also have a spicy mushroom chips that we call it the Oriental spice. Yeah, so it's air fried and it's dehydrated and it's very addictive.
And our online shop now carries more organic products too. So do hop on to shrooms.sg to check them out. Time to time we have new products listed there as well. So you can recommend your families and friends to share. They can be used as these snacks or quick meals.
Nice. Thank you for our farmers and chef for sharing our tips with mushroom with us today. So before we wrap things up, what does purity within means to you?
I think for me, right, purity within has to start off with what we actually put into our stomach. Because if we are not sure of what we are eating, we are not healthy, I don't think we can have healthy habits. So I think purity within has to start off with knowing what we eat. What about you, Janson?
So purity within, other than your angle of the food that we eat, I think it's also very important to have a positive mindset. So yeah, you have to work hand in hand together with what you eat and have a positive mindset so that you can have a healthy lifestyle as well.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for sharing the tips with us today. If you like this episode, please like and share them on Facebook. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching and we'll see you next episode. Bye!